So we are up to there and come there. Okay, so yesterday we dealt with NumPy, and I hope you all have seen the video and recovered everything. Okay, so it's time for Matplotlib. As I discussed you that Matplotlib is a package used for 2D and 3D graphics representations. So let's wait for the seconds. It's loading out there. So we will be dealing with Matplotlib as well as Seaborn for graphical representations, and then with the pandas for working with the files over there. Okay, so you have to deal with that. Fine. So today I will be uploading, and I have also uploaded some of the sections. You can go to the YouTube channel and you can check out for the Python playlist. You will get a playlist out there, and there are some official videos of IBM for Python. Okay, so after the class, today's video you might get after some day. I can say it's probably you will get tomorrow or after 12 p.m. right, because I have extend the limits of 1 day uploads on my channel. So you can go there and check out the official videos of IBM uploaded and on the channel. Okay, so carry out with that for today, and I'll be uploading it by 12. So there's some 1 2 anymore. Okay, why I see people lefting the meeting. So let's move, guys. Okay, we have a new, that is a matplotlib. Write it for that. That is lovely. Matplotlib. Just hold a second. Well, it's Raj Purohit. We have no one. Okay, let's plot the, first we have to import the library, import the module, that is import. Okay, should come fast. It's around 5:35. We are 5 minutes late. So import matplotlib.pyplot is plt. Okay, this is a simple command, and also I will be importing the my numpy as np, and also I'll be importing a module called as Seaborn as SNS. So let's write all these very quickly. And who's there? Pavan. Anyone more? No there. So it's 37. Yeah, it's taking a time, but okay. So see, guys, now we will be using Matplotlib and Seaborn for our 2D and some 3D graphics. I'm not going to give you some 3D there. We'll be dealing with the 2D graphics today. So let's say I have a list of numbers. Let me zoom it. Let's say I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 over there, and I have y such as again a list of numbers, and let it be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Over there someone has came. It's Leah. Get it. So we have some list of numbers, that is 1 and 2 and so on. Fine. So now I want to just plot it over in the graph and how it looks in a graphical representation. I want to see that. Okay, so let's go with this, and simply got plt dot. Okay, it's x and y, and just get it plotted over there. So you get a plotting that is just, it's for 2. You let me first accept this. Up more, guys. There are 10 more left. Okay, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 at x-axis, and we have 4, 8, 10 till 20. You can see in the y-axis. Okay, fine, guys. So for 2, my y is 4. Is this correct? This is 2. For 2, it's 4, and for 4 it's 8, but that is something we can't actually get it for every time. We have to go and see where exactly it is getting in, right guys? So for that I need to give some points over there, right? So for getting those points, what I'll doing is I'll simply and before that let me give some more idea to you regarding the graph titles and everything. Okay, now we have a graph and I want it to give as a like sample data or sample graph over there. So I will be writing just simply plt dot plot and x and y over there, and before that I'll be writing it as plt dot give a title to the graph, that is title, and it is as a sample graph. And there's an optional method, you might use it and you may not, that is plt dot show. This is an optional method you might use and it's depend on you. Okay, so if you write this, it comes like that. Okay. This is sample graph over there, you can get a heading over there. And for getting now the x-axis and the y-axis, I'll be dealing with those two. Now how to get those? Okay, so let's take a good graph over there and start for that, or I should write it as, let me copy over this. I'm writing for the x and y in the same graph, right? I'm not discriminating it, I'm just writing it for it. Like I have, let's suppose plt dot x label over there, and I'm writing it for x axis. It's very easy guys. It's for y label, and you are having here y axis. That's all. You are again plotting your x and y, and you will getting such output as you are having a y axis and also you are having an x axis over there, right guys? Okay, so this is how it works of something. Okay, now what if I give some random numbers? Let's say if I write x is equals to 1 2 3 4, and now I give y as some 87 65, it's 34 102 over there. Okay, then we have 4 numbers again, and now I want plt dot show, sorry, plt dot plot. Now instead of writing just x and y, I'll be giving here a comma and I'm writing it as g. Now what g mentions here, this g mentions actually the line which is coming out here in the graph as a green color. Okay, now instead of blue by default, it will be coming as a green color. So let's plot it and let's see what's the graph coming. Okay, so we get a graph over there with a green line. Fine, you can see as a green color over there. Now if I want to change it exactly, now what are the exact points where the graph are getting intersected, or the points are getting intersected x and y. So for getting these, and I am implementing some dots over there, right? We give some dots for specify those. So I'm writing the code, let me copy this. Okay, we have some that. Okay, just plot it. I'm plotting this x and y, very simply x and y, and giving it as a, you can say as a yellow line. I'm giving it as, let's say, yellow dots over there. So see that. So you plot x and y with some yellow dots over there. You can see, compare actually that these lines once again. Yeah. So you can see that these lines come like this and then went over. So this is actually coming like this and then went over. Okay. So now we want to merge actually these two. We have lines, we have some points. So I want to get these lines and these points over these lines. So what exactly I'll do? So I'm just writing again plt dot plot over there, and I'm writing for x and y, and for the line I'm telling it's red in color. For the line I'm taking it's red in color, and again I'm writing x comma y over there, and I'm writing for the yellow dots. Fine. Now I will getting a plot with a red line, and over the red line I will be having some yellow dots over there. Okay, just like plot it, and you'll see now exact values of how it should be. Okay, so you can zoom it and check it for. Now you can tally, okay, we have this point for that particular area, and so on. You can just make it fine. So You see, I joined late. Can you tell me what was taught on the mat? What was taught before matplotlib? Nothing was taught before. Okay, nothing was taught there. So that is how you can make a graph over there. Now you can say, now we have more graphs, that is this graph, right? This is, but this is again x and y. Fine. So let me take some another graph over there. Let's say a is equals to, let's say some points, that is 1 2 5 9 over there, and I have b as, and it's 7 8 and 12 43. Okay, sorry, it's 12 43. Yep, and I'll be plotting it for getting, it's, let's get a and b accordingly. Let's get it in a red, and there's an error, and you can get it, it's my priority color. Okay, so I get this graph in some this way. Okay, so basically I now want to merge these two graphs inside one particular graph. Now for merging those, I'll have to follow the same steps I have done for merging the lines and the dots, that is plotting everything in a single line. And that's very simple up there. Now you'll write plt dot plot over there and deal with x comma y and write it for red lines, and again write x comma y and write it for the yellow dots, and then plot a comma b, give it some different color. Let's say it's green, and I'm writing a comma b, and now I'm giving it as some blue triangles over there. So this will basically give you some blue triangles. Okay, this power sign, you can see it will give you some blue triangles over there. Fine guys, so if I write over this and just run it, I'll get a combination of two graphs, and you can see how it looks, right? So this is actually the graph you got in the first graph, and this is the second graph you got over there. Yep, just hold for a second. Okay, so you got everything in just one graph, right? So if you want actually these two graphs to be printed in one particular window, but not exactly in one pane. Okay, so what I'll doing is I'll writing for plt dot, this is my first figure. Now I'll be writing its plt dot, that is plot figure. And since I said that in Python you have every indexing, every you can say counting starting from the 0, right? So I'm writing figure of 0. So it's my first figure, so I'm naming it as figure of 0. Instead of that, I'm just writing plot, and I'm copying the same. Let's copy this. Let's waste time there. Fine. And after that, I'm writing for it's for the figure. Let me do it up. And for now, we zoom it. And I'm now plotting the first figure. And again, I'm writing plt dot, and it's figure over there. And now I'm taking it from this a column. Okay, let's take this, copy this, and not this. Okay, I'm changing the colors, actually it's looking odd. So I'm taking it as a blue dots over there, blue circles. Now instead of dots I'm getting for the circles over there, that is PO. It's O stands for the circle over there, and here I'm writing it for show, and just let it click over there, and here somewhere else in argument must be and not a list over there. There is some small error. Let me find out. It's plt.plot, and yep, done. So you can see two graphs at a time, but not like this. I've plotted it again, right? Not like this, but the two graphs in the same window, in the same section of a pane, you can see with the two graphs exactly at. Okay. So this is how you can plot the graphs, and right, this is how you plot the graphs. You can say is in the column wise. Now, if you want to plot in the row wise, how you see in the newspapers and all, right? There you have an option for subplot. Okay, so for subplot you have there. Let's see any confusions to anyone. No. So for today we have 37 people right here. Okay, fine. So for subplot you have plt dot, let me write it as subplot, and I will be plotting that I have two graphs from 1 to 2, and I'm coding it for the first one. Now this one is whatever I'll be writing it for the first graph it is. Okay, so it's 1 comma 2. I'm writing plt dot x label, and I'm just writing it as first. It's Debian, I think so. No, so it's okay. Anymore? No. So it's first graph now, and just I'm writing for the plot over there, that is plot, and now let's plot it. Let's take the x-axis over there and copy this, just paste it over here. So I completed the first graph. Now I'm plotting it for the second graph. I'm writing that now it is a turn of the second graph, that is subplot, and again I have one graph to two graph, and now it is a programming for the second graph. So writing the same codes over there. Let me copy these, reduce some times over there. Since today's session is very fast, I'm saying you again and again. It's y and bo, y and it's y, it's bo. Just hit it enter, and you will see some modifications in the plots. Okay, that is a first graph, second graph in the row wise. Now instead of getting it in the column wise, you are getting it in the row wise sections. That is in some, I have plotted just x and y in the two different y's. Okay, now instead of that, if I plot b, a, you'll be getting something different. That is this one, right? You can plot multiple times, but there you have to write, that is, you have how many plots you have. Start from the first one and tell how many plots you have there total, and a particular section of code for the first graph or for the second graph, and so on, right? Moving ahead there. Yep, no problems over there. So this is so. Okay, now we'll get rid of some very short for those who came now, and get let me give you some sort of summary. And before that, I am showing you how to plot a legend over there, right guys? How to plot a legend, what is a legend actually. So you have to write a small code over there, that is from matplotlib. You need to import a style over there, that is from matplotlib, import style, and you should mention what style you are using. I am using use style use, that is ggplot. Okay, so it's basically for plotting, and it's a style in a matplotlib. Just hit enter, and yes, it's done. It might be the van now, and again let's see who's there. No one. Should wait for a second. Yep, it's the van. So we are using a ggplot over there, right guys? So we have x, we have y, we have a, we have b. I'm not again specifying x, a, y, and b again. I'm just writing it for plt.plot. Let me zoom till x comma y, and I'm taking it for green colors, and now I'm just writing a label over there, and let me write it for a green line, and I'm saying it my line width to be let's suppose it's 2. Okay, and I'm mentioning again a new plot, that is plt dot sorry, it's plt dot plot over there, and I'm plotting a comma b, and I'm mentioning it as a red color, giving it as a label of, you can say as red line, and the line width should be it's of, let's say, 4. Coming guys, please come at the time. It's 39 still. Good. So we have written and everything, just this is the more command you have written till now. Okay, so more from the above, it's label and line width over there. Now I'm writing it as a plt dot title, and this is how you can give a title to the graph. That is, I'm writing it's ggplot style. Okay, and I'm writing it as an x label, and for getting x label you give it something x axis. For getting a y label you just write this and write for axis. And just at last, whenever you give label, just don't forget to print the legend over there, and that's it. I just make it show over there, let's see, and you get a graph over there. That's it. Okay guys, this is how you see a graph. Now if you want that your grid or this back color should be black, or this white should be in black in color, so this is basically called legend, right guys? So now if you want this should be black, you just copy it, and let me zoom out, just paste, and after the legend you just write one more line, that is grid. Basically it's a grid, right? So grid write true, and also write the color whatever you want. So I want black color, that is K basically in Python. Okay, run this. Now you're getting a black grid over there. It's depend on you how you plot this. Okay, so this is how you can use, right? So let's see how we can plot a graph using NumPy. And okay, so let's plot something using the NumPy over there. So let's say I have some, let's say I have something as I have imported the NumPy, that is import NumPy as np over there, and I have some x which is equals to np dot arrange of, let's say if a number is 0 and I want it to 10, sorry, it's from 0 to 10 I want numbers, and in the intervals of 0.1. Okay guys, it's very simple. I want the numbers from 0 to 9 in the intervals of 0.1. Let's say I have a which is equals to np dot cos, and it's cos of basically x, and I have b which is np dot, since I think I believe everyone have read trigonometry over there, so it's basically sine and cos over there. And if I write plt dot, it's basically of class 10, right? So till class 10 if you have read trigonometry well, you'll understand it. So you have x and a plotting, and I'm writing it something as your label and mentioning it as your cos graph over there, and then just get over. So if write plt dot plot, and now I'm printing with x to the respect of b, and it's a color of, let's say, red, and there you write, go forward and write label as your sine graph over there. Fine guys, so this is simple. And now I'll be plotting my legend, and you know option in your legend that where should you plot. Now I'm locating my legend, this is a location, I'm locating it to upper left. Okay, there are a lot of methods you can plot it. So I'm locating in the upper left, you can plot in your center, upper left, upper right, you can say this lower left, lower right. Okay, wherever you want you can place it, and just start for show, hit enter, and you can see a cos graph, right guys? So this is something your cos graph looks like, and this is how your sine graph looks like. Let's see any confusions to anyone. plt dot legend means, okay, I joined it, why we use NumPy. So you can see why you use NumPy for getting a lot of numbers Instead of taking 9 numbers, I just use a range over there, and for calculations of cos and sine, how will you calculate the cos and sine? You will have to write all the formulas. So instead of writing those, we have these mathematical calculations in NumPy, so we write just np.cos and we get the cos of every individual numbers. Is that clear, Amisha? And
Yes, sir. In place of formula, we are using NumPy.
yep, NumPy is basically used for your mathematical calculations. So it has been made for only mathematical calculations. And
Okay.
let's see what this guy is saying. Sir, plt dot legend means. Okay, see, legend is actually specifying what are there. If more than one lines are there in a graph, or if more than one points are there in a graph, how would you justify that which graph is of what value, and how will you locate or how would you identify anything? So this is basically called a legend, or you can say it as what how you can see in a, like if you see a map of India or any globe, it's any country, you see there like this is a state, this is a capital. So this is called as legend. Okay, am I clear to you? What's your name? I can see it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir, I'm
thank
clear.
you, thank you. Let's move ahead. It's a lot of that work. So this is how you can plot this. And now if you apply here a line width over there, this is a, if I like line width, so for this, okay, don't plot it here, let me plot it here. So first simply write plt dot plot and plot this with a comma with a blue color and writing it as line width as your 2. So your line width will change it basically. And also if I write here a line style, so your line style will also be changed. Let's say I am using dash, okay, and I'm plotting this as x with respect to b, and now now my color should be light blue color. Let's take it cyan color, and let's line width should be 4, and line, it's not loon, it's line style, and line style, let's say to be now, let's take double dash. Okay, so I'll be getting probably the outputs accordingly. If I write for this and I simply write plt.show over there and run this, any errors? No errors. So you can see a line, and this basically has some dash over there. You can see actually if you zoom it, basically it's a very, okay, let me write it for not 2, let me write it for 1 point, it is only 1, let it for 1. When I plot, or let me write it for dashed. So, yep, now it works. So you can see here the dash ones, the double dash ones, and so on. There you have a lot of options how you can plot it. And if we have in plotting markers, right, if you use dot, you have point marker. If you use comma, you have pixel marker. If you use O, that is circle marker. For plus marker, X marker, D for thin diamond marker, and so many markers are there, right? So if you want any of the marker right there, so let me write a graph, a normal graph. Let's say x is equals to 2 4 say 2 3 4 5 6, and let's take the square of those, that is 4 9 16 25 and 36. It's 25 36. Now what if I want to get a marker over there? So if I write plt.plot and just make it, if I write for the plotting of x, okay, these are x and x, let me write for the y. If I plot for the x and y, let me zoom it, guys. This code is simply bit of confusion there. So if I plot x and y over there, and with that I plot it with a red color, and now should I give my marker over there? So my marker is a P, which is basically a pentagon, and I want to give the marker size as 15, or let's say 10, and I want to give the marker edge color as, let's say, black. So there you go, and you just plot, you just show it exactly, sorry, it's show over there, and you see a graph of the curve that is the square of all the numbers 2 to 6, and then you get it 5 to 35, and you can see a pentagon over there. If you follow the same code over there, and if you write it instead of p, if you write over the plus, you will see a plus marker over there. I guess this is a plus marker, and this is how basically marker works on. So am I clear to you all, everyone? Instead of this, if you have written just a box, that if you have just printed over the R, and if you have written in here S, that is a red square, you're getting a red square over there, guys. Any problems to anyone? Still no, that's good to see. Let's move ahead. So this is how you get the plottings over there, guys. Okay, so Amisha will be more clear if I plot up some more graphs with the help of numpys. So let's say we have a of np dot arrange, and I'm taking it for 1 to 20 with a intervals of 1.25, and b as, now it's why we use numpy, it is a logarithm value of a. It's very simple. I'm plotting it for x label over there, and in that case I'm writing it as some random values. Since I have taken some random values, I'm writing it x label as random values, and let me mention y label as some logarithmic values. Okay, or this is values of a basically. So just write a couple of line, plt dot title, and let's say graph for the plot, and for the plotting I'm writing it for a and b, just it, and plt dot show, run, enter, and you can see a, it's a problem. So I can see a graph over there, so I think Amisha you would be more clear with this. Okay, so let's move, guys. So this is how you
Yes,
make graphs over there, right? So we have seen just basic graph. Let's move and see how bar graphs come in the plottings, right? So let's say we have a and b, and I'm not taking a and b and just taking a c over there, and let's say it to be 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and I'm plotting a bar graph. Just be a bar. It's very simple to plot everything. I just get a plotting between a and b. It's not pl, it's plt. So you get a bar graph over there. You can see the logarithmic value, or you can see the logarithmic curve over there in the place of a bar graph, right, guys? This is how you plot any bar graph there. Okay, now let's say we have some numbers and we have some doubles over there. We have I think we have an x and y over there. So let's take a bar graph between the x and y, and you can see a bar graph. That's it. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 2 square, 4, 3 square, 9, 4 square. It's near 16, 5, 25, and 6 for the 36 over there. So this is how we get the bar graphs, guys. Okay, so now if you want, let's see, say if you want to change the color of the bar graph, or you want to change the width of the bar graph, it's again very easy to get it out there. Now let's say I want to change the width of the bar graph, or I want to change the width of this fourth you can say the third bar. Okay, so for changing those we have again a lot of methods. So that light, it's plt dot bar, and just write for the bar, for the variables name, that is x and y, and write width is equals to, and specify which width you want to change, and accordingly I want to change only the width of this, so I'll be giving rest of them as 0.5, or let it be point, it's 0.5 is nice, so 0.5, 0.5, okay, sorry, it's 0.5, and I want it to be 0.2 or 0.3, 0.5 and 0.5, that's it. So we have 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 pairs. Okay, so I want to graph with these, and if I plot it you will get everything there, but only this has the reduced width. Okay, now this is how you can. Now again, if you want to get something color change, so you want the color of the graph to be changed, you just write that it's a very bad color, let me change it. You will get a, yep, anyone want to ask anything? No, I think nothing. So if you get to color over there, you get a blue color over there, right? If you write a blue color, you will get it over there. So let's copy this. This might be much useful for the you can say for the students in, you can say for BA, BC, or maybe for commerce once more. So let's see, that's coming in with those colors. Now if you want to change the color individually, you will have to work according to the width as we have done. So don't make any confusions, let me write it for. So we have blue, I want red, I want green, I want black, and not black, it's black, and I want orange, and it's so on there. So let's the graph game. Okay, so this is how it's work basically. So this is what all about the your bar graph. Now if you want to plot the bar graph in a horizontal way, or right, so let me plot those in a vertical, in the row wise, this is based on the column wise. Now if you want to plot in some horizontal way, so let me plot for that too. For that you actually need to write just one more step, which is let me copy. You just won't have to write here an H that stands for horizontal, and just to get it printed, it's width over there. Let's remove these all. Okay, that's easy. Wait for a second.
Spelling of bar.
One second, that's nothing, that's I have to remove this. Okay, that's game, fine guys. Now moving ahead, we are getting into the pie chart. Now how pie chart works on, let me write something for the pie chart. Now in case of pie chart, it's very easy. I have some salary over there, this is salary, and I have salaries as let's say it's $600, $400, 356, 687. Okay, it's any numbers over there. Okay, wait to keep them as. So we have some salaries over there. Let's take some names. Let's take yeah, Mike over there. Let's take any name out there. Let's take it. And one more name. Let it be anything. Let's say anyone. So we have some values. Sorry, some names and some salaries over there. Now actually I want to plot a graph that is a pipe plot. Just going with that and writing it for salary, comma the labels as my names, and just to get it a plot over there. So you get a plot that is this, something like that. So now what if I want to get the percentages and also the change in the colors? So I want to change the color first. So I'll just copy, I'll just write plt dot plot over there, and sorry, it's not plot, it's pie, and I'm writing it for the salary, comma the labels, which are my names and my colors, which is, you can say, is a list of colors. Let me write for the colors. It is white, cyan. Any light colors, guys? Get me a light color name, and any light color left, let it be orange. Just print it. Yep, you got it. So you got the colors, different colors now. And now what you want is, you want some percentages to be printed over there. Okay guys, so I'm writing a plt.py. I'm just taking out the whole code from there, copy it, sorry, and I want some percentages. For so percentages, you have a module or you have a function, you can say it's auto pct, that basically makes a formula, and you need to define in what ratio you want. Let's say I'm taking it for 1, and I want only 1%, only one float value, that is, I want percentage is something like 20.3 and 20.4, not like 20.3456 something. I want only one value next to the decimal point. Okay, so that's what for f percent, that's it, and you just run it, you will get the percentages also. Let's see what you get. Okay, you got 27, 14.3, and so on, you got the percentages. So this is how you can work with. Okay, so suppose in case of this, you have write, if you write this, it's as a 3f, you can feel the difference what I'm saying about. And you can see now the percentages after the decimal, it comes with 3 values. So I don't want this. Okay, we actually see it after only just as 1f. So let's go with that. Okay, we get it fine. So these are the percentage, and if you want to save this figure, basically if you want to get any of them, suppose you have been asked to explode, or you have been asked to highlight the section, if you have been asked to highlight the Satyam's area, so I need to highlight the Satyam area, so I need to print it over there. Sorry, not with this, I need to print it with this. Let's copy over there and just print it. So I will just be writing it as an explode over there. So explode is something you will get an highlighted. So I have some 5 names, and I only want Satyam to be exploded. Okay, so let's see how we are getting. Actually, if I have written, who's this? So first name, Gary, Ryan, Mike, Satyam, Sahil. So it's Gary, Ryan, Mike, Satyam, Sahil. So it's 0 0 0 3 0, and then we have to change. So that's it, 0 0 0, and I'm changing for 0.1 6, and let it 0.12, and it's 0 again. So 1 2 3 4 5, that's all. And also I will be saving my file to my document and to my hard disk, and for that I have an option plt dot save the figure, and you write your figure name whatever you want and in what format you want. So I want to save it into a png format. I'm simply writing pyplot.png and put it under the quotes. So this is as simple as you do, and you got the output, and you can see it, this portion has been highlighted, that is explode. You have given every ratio 0 and only the fourth one as 0.12. So every one is in its own place, and only the fourth one has got exploded out there, that is 20.1, and this works as well, right guys? So this is how we work with the matplotlib sections. So it's very easy over there to see everything. Okay, let's move to the another part. I'm moving straight away to the Seaborn, and we'll let you know how Seaborn works on. Okay, so let's minimize this, and let's check if anyone is having any problems. What if we give only 4? Then what is the color for the 5th one? By default it will give you an error out there. Okay, if not, if it doesn't give you an error, it will take the default value. Default is red. Yes, you if you use, it depends on your style actually. So just it depends on, I am using ggplot, so in ggplots by default color is red there. Okay, depends on your style, what style you use there. And I can see, can you tell me what's wrong? Okay, let's move ahead. What's the time? Let's see. We are okay, it's 6:17. We have two more modules to. Now guys, we have imported Seaborn. Seaborn is much more for specifying the elaborations of the matplotlib what you have seen till now. So let me get it to the Seaborn section. Okay, so Seaborn is something like you've got it imported at import Seaborn as your CNS, what you have done it. So Seaborn as your SNS over there. Let's zoom it. And you also need every time to get its matplotlib.plot as your PLT. Okay guys, so just run this, no errors. Now if I take some gender over there, let's say it's male, it's female, and repeat some males over there, that is male, it's again the female. Okay, that's an error. Female, let's say it's for female, let's say it's for male, let's say it's for female, it's female, and that's all. So I have taken some number of males and females over there, that is if you take it again for the male up there, and you take for the male. Okay, that's all. So I've taken some number of males over there and some number of females over there. So for not for the counting, what I did is I've taken some sex over there, and now I want to get a count plot, that is count plot of x, and which is equals to the sex column, right? So if I get it printed out, you get that we have some 5 number of males over there in the sex data set, or you can say as a variable, and some 4 females over there. So it's very easy to plot it. Okay, now let me deal you with some of the more. So just give me a second over there. Yeah, that's all. So any questions to anyone? Go ahead and see. It's fine. So guys, okay, so Seaborn, right, if I'm giving a definition over there, so Seaborn is a Python data visualization library that is mostly, and you can say it's majorly based on Matplotlib, and it provides you a very high level interface for drawing an attractive informative statistical graphs over there. So let's go and explore the Seaborn for one. And you have in your Seaborn as some of the 2 most data types called as unvariate data type or unvariate data or bivariate data. So what exactly is unvariate data? When you deal with a single variable, you have your unvariate data. That's where I have printed something from here. This graph is based on an unvariate data. Now if I get with the bivariate data, we have something more than the one variable. Okay. So in Seaborn, you have a list of, you can say as a list of variables or list of data sets for free. You don't have to have downloaded it in your library or in your hard disk over there. So let's take a normal graph. Let's take a data set. It's very easy. You don't have actually to access those. So that's all. Let's take its a DF data frame. Let me go ahead and I'm loading a data set. So for loading any data set in your Seaborn, you have a very good step, that is DF. It's my variable name, right? So I'm taking it's at DF. Go with the very particular step, guys. So it's DF is equals to SNS dot load underscore of data set, and write the data name. Suppose I want to write data called as tips over there, right? and I just go and run it. So get it loaded. Even if your tips is not installed in your hard disk, you got tips over there, right guys? So this is how the data set works here. This is how it's actually working in the data sets. So let's work here and let's download something files over from and working here. So let's say if I have an height of some, that is 62, let's take some heights. We are working with now bivariate data. So 64, 69, 75, 66. Let's give an enter. Let's take it for 68, 65, 71, 76, 73, and that's all. Let's take for the weight. Basically it's an BMI index. So yep, 120, 136. Let me give any such values, random values. 148, 175. Everyone is overweighted here. It's 137 and 165, 154, 172. Some can be 200 and 187. So that you have some height and you got some weight. Now see guys, I want actually a scatter plot. Now scatter plot is nothing but such as a plotting. You will get some dots over there in the graph instead of your lines and everything. Okay, you're getting some graphs, some points and the dots over the graph. So I need to plot a scatter plot. Okay, someone is coming now. He might get confused with all these now. What does the X represent? X represent what exactly the data you are going to print it. Okay, you have to define X every time there. So I'm writing for the scatter plot and I'm writing that my X is the height and my Y is the weight. So let's see if any error comes. No, so you got the by default value again reread, right guys? So you got the scatter plots of some weight and some, you can say some weight and some height. So that is 62, it's 120, or 64, it's something. It's basically a designing platform for you and it gives you a, and you have various number of types. You can plot it here. You have box plot, you have violin plot, you have count plot, right guys? So let's load a data and work on. Suppose I'm taking a Titanic data. Now what is exactly a Titanic data? I will dealing it in the pandas. So before that, let's go and see TD. Now TD is SNS that load underscore of data set, and just write over there that is Titanic. You don't have to go and don't have to download all the files. Okay, so let's go and for this is only for in the case of the Seaborns and the, more up in the Keras and all. Okay, so SNS dot load data set, it will be creating an error. That is a data set of Titanic. Just run it. You have got TD, and now actually I'm you haven't read how to explore a data set. So that for that we will be dealing with in the pandas. So before going to pandas, I'm just showing you how to get a graph in Seaborn. So now I'm printing the age, or you can say as the person according to the age and the classes. So I'm printing a graph of age versus the class of the person traveling in the Titanic ship, right? Everyone knows how the Titanic ship was. Okay, so SNS dot, now I'm actually plotting a swarm plot. So we have various type of plots there. This all we learn in the machine learning, right? Okay, so after this course we are having a course in the Aerofabrica for the machine learning also. So if you're anyone of interested from there, you can enroll, and that is also of the IBM course there. Okay, so if X is equals to the class, and if I give Y as my age, and I have to specify my data, which is TD, right? I have having Titanic where in my TD variable. So I will specify this, I'll run this, check for no errors. So we have got some values, that is age and first class, second class, third class. So we can get information about it from here. That is, we were having some first class people, some age of 80. So you can see as the classes gets on, and you can see the age. So as much the age increases, the number of people decreases there. So we have 81, I can see it's 73, 60 something there, and you can see the graph over. Fine. So this is how, and you have also for this particular plotting you have another method, that is various types of graph we have, right guys? I have said you that is I can now plot the box plot. Now the box plot will give you again that for the first class we were having mostly the people starting from the 30 to 50 ages, mostly from there, right? And in the second class we're having it mostly in these areas, and also in these areas, right, from the first, that is from 80 and 0, but the most people were from these ages. In the second class we are having some people on this, and mostly in the ages of 30 to, you can say, 25 to 35, and the third class so on. It's anyone having. What is SNS? See, what is SNS? See, this is a very basic question. When you imported Seaborn, when you imported NumPy, you imported as import NumPy as NP. So that was very basic. Import Seaborn as SNS. So whose question what is? So Aditya, is it clear? Oh, okay. I hope you would be clear. Okay, sure. You are okay. I think it's else one thing. So let it be clear. Let's go on. So we got like, and let's go and see the facet grid of how. So what exactly these styles you have. If you want to see how many styles you have in your C1, it's very easy. Just go and write sns.xs, and how many styles of xs you have, just write it for style. You will get a list of xs over there, that is you have these much styles you can use for. Okay, this is a very basic question. Now we will be doing with some plottings over the iris data set. Now what is exactly iris? Iris is a kind of a species, or kind of a flower which is having three species, that is setosa, versicolor and virginica over there. Now to see which has what resources are there. So basically this iris is having three criteria, that is setosa, versicolor and virginica. These are the, you can say, as subsets of iris. So let's load the iris data, and it's sns dot load of underscore again data set, and let me write it for iris and just run it, and there is some problem. It's equals to run it, and there is, let's hope it's come down first. Come, it's taking a bit. It's regards to load. Okay, let me cancel and run it again. Stop and run it. Okay, now it comes. So now I'm getting a strip plot over there, that is sns dot a strip plot. So as I said guys, we don't have to deal with everything in the C1. I'm just getting you an introduction so that you can get an introduction to the field of data science, that is species, and y is equals, sorry, it's y is equals to the petal length, and your data would be iris. Yep, just plot it, and you will be getting some setosa criteria, some versicolor criteria, and some virginica criteria. This is how exactly we plot it basically. So let's move to the pandas, and we'll show you the plottings as well as everything out there, and we'll work much there. Okay, so let's go and get up there. So for pandas, right guys, pandas is a huge, very big, you can say, community for working on, and it's a very interesting community. Once you get up hands on pandas, you will get your whole day spent over there only. It's very interesting. So for that, you just go and write for the pandas as speedy. Sorry, it's speedy. Just hit over enter. We load it with this. Okay. So now in pandas we have some data structures which are homogeneous and heterogeneous, and we have some data frames over there. So we're dealing with the data structures as well as data frames over there. So for getting first, go and just see what is the pandas version you are using, and how you are guys for the PyCharm students. Everything is well over there. Seeing the pandas version is 1.0.1. You can go manually and install the pandas from there as you have done for the NumPy. No, I think no one for PyCharm is here. Fine. When I type the SNS load dataset, it's showing error. Okay, so Tarun, have you imported the Seaborn? Import Seaborn as SNS. Just give me a snapshot. I'll see where it is getting. It got resolved. Okay, that's great to see. Okay, so we have some data structures. As I said, it's a homogeneous and heterogeneous. So we have 6:31 hours to go. So we are dealing with the series now. What are series exactly? So series is the basic, you can say, is a one dimension list or one dimension array. We have got it now. So we'll be creating some series. We'll be manipulating query and deleting it with. Okay, so let's create an array over there, and I say, or basically let's 1 2 3 4. Now you might get confused if I print this, that is a1 is equals to, and there's a syntax you should follow always, that is pd dot s capital is a series of, I write my data is equals to arr, or you have an option you directly can write for the arr, but if you have a habit of writing data equals to arr, it's very good. Instead you can write was it's arr. So when you got to print a1, you will be getting it something like this, that is 0 1 0 1 2 3 4. Now you will be in confusion that why we have written 1 0 1 2 3 4 and we have got the output as these two. So let me tell you that these are the actual values. This one you have written over there, and these are the index values of these points. So exactly index value starts from 0, so it works on. If I write it as arr is equals to a list of numbers starting from the 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, and just you write a2, and it's a2 is equals to pd dot series of, you can say as arr, you will be getting some different, and let me plot here. Okay, it's a2. So you got a2, right? It's 5 6 7 8 9 10. Data type is your integer of 64 bits, and you have the index values at 0 1 2 3 4 5. It's any confusion, so it's no one. Let's go ahead. So this is how you can make a series over there, right? So let's say I take some list of, if I create a series from NumPy, it's again very easy to deal with. You can create an array of, let's say you have a3 over there, and it's np dot arrange of numbers starting from 2 to 8, and you have a series, that is pd dot series over, and it's of a3, and just get it out. So you get 2 3 4 5 6 7 as your range numbers, and you get the series of there. Fine, let me go more deeper. So now what I think, I actually mean that now instead of getting 0 1 2 3 4 5, I want here something different. What actually I want, okay, I don't want it to be get by printed default, that is 0 1 2 3 4 5. I want a b c d e f there, guys. So what I'm doing, I will be writing an order, that is let's say order here, and I'm saying it's, let's say a b c d e f. How many points we have? Oh, we have 0 1 2 3 4 5, so it's till f, and I will just splitting it, very easy fun there. So now you can check your order. Basically it's a list of a b c d e f. Okay, so now I want to get to print a series which is series, where I have my data as a3, it's a3, and I am giving that now my index, instead of 1 2 0 1 2 3 4 5, I want my index as printed in the order. So in order we have a b c d e, and I want my series with a b c d e f out there, and the numbers of a 2 3 4 5 6 7 out there. Yeah, it's very easy. Again, you get your data type there and everything out there. So how you have to get you can say the series from a dictionary. Now let's see if I have a dictionary over there. Let's say it's cricketers, and I'm having a dictionary over there, and let's say we have for batsman, we are having, okay, let's take one name over, that is Rohit Sharma. For the border we have Bumrah. Let's take the wicket keeper. It's Dhoni. Anything more? Let's take the all rounder, or let it be Hardik Pandya. Fine. So I've generated a list, dictionary of cricketers over there, and I would basically want you can say a series of cricketers, that is cricketers, and you will get a series there, that's batsman. Now here you don't need to have the index values, the values there. Okay, you get the batsman as Rohit Sharma, right? You have a key value that is batsman, you have Rohit Sharma. That's why I say the dictionary is very important for you guys. So bowlers you have just Bumrah, wicket keeper you have Dhoni, all rounder you have Hardik Pandya, and now these all other data type of object. Now what is exactly object is, so when you get any numbers over there, you will be getting integer or float, whatever it is complex, so it will be getting complex. Apart from everything, if integer, float or complex, anything comes over there, you will be getting as your object. Fine guys, basically this is an object. Now if I write, you can say, if I want to get some more numbers, let's say I've got a series over there, and I'm writing, okay, I want a5, and I'm writing it as np dot random dot random. Yep, and I want 5 random values, so just go and see a5. You're seeing some 5 random values, that is 1 2 3 4 5 over there. That's very easy guys. Okay, so now what I want is, I want it to be get printed in a series. So it's 5, I think, 1 2 3 4 5. So let it print with the pd dot series of data from the a5. It's a5, and write your index to be from the order, and let's see what comes. It's an error. So, okay, the order is out of index for that, so let it be with that. So you get the series with 0 1 2 3 4, the random numbers, and the index over there you can see. Okay, so this is how you do. Now if you want to get a slicing over there, the slicing is again very easy. Let's name with the series with s1, so get it printed s1, you get it something. So if I write s1 2, so you will getting the first 2 values exactly. If you write s1, it's the same indexing, right guys, 2 to 4, you'll be getting the values right from 2 to 3, that is exactly. If you write x1, exactly the same index what we have done till the last since the last 2 days. So I'm not focusing on the indexing part very. Okay, let's move on. So indexing is very much very simple to what I have done. So let me now give you a very good knowledge of getting it dropped. Now if you want to drop any particular value, let's say I want to drop the third column, basically the third element, so I will simply writing as1 dot drop the 3. Well, that's all. So 3 has been dropped basically, but not has been dropped from the original one. You have not stored as s1 equals to s1 dot 3. You have just printed the what should be the output if I drop 3 over there. So this will be the output of your file, of your a variable of your basically. Okay, so this is how it works. Now what if I write it for, let's say we have a6 and we have it with, let me check meanwhile if anyone is having any errors. No, it's 42. it's now so it's np dot arrange of it's pta over there. So it's an arrange of 6 and it's s2 over there, which is a pd dot series, and here my data is says a6 and my index is a range of 1 to 7. Just get it out, and you can see your series, that is S2, which is now 1 2 3 4 5 numbers, and you arrange with the 1 to 7. This is a method of, again, you can check your, you can compare, you can write your index over there within some different ways. Okay, so for any two series, let's say you have this series, and let's say I create another series over there with the same codes. I'm not getting it again written, so I'm just copying it. I have 8 over there, and let it be A7. So let's rename it A7 and S3. So that's up well to C, and it's not 1 to 9 over there. 9, run it. Nope. Yep. So when you see S3, S3 will be like something like this. See, now why I actually have made this. Now I will be just adding up these two series, this S2 and S3. So I'm getting a series of, you can say, sum, or it's pretty sum over there of all the series, or both the series, that is S2 plus your S3, and you get your sum as this. It is now. Now what exactly this NaN stands for? So NaN basically stands for not a number. Since you can see your S2 is having, let me, okay, now you can see that S2 is having 6 numbers. Okay, 6 numbers out there. S3 is having 8 numbers out there. So if I add it, that is 0 plus 0 gives you the 0.0. 1 plus 1 gives you 2. So that's 2 plus 2 4, 3 plus 2 6, 4 plus 4 8, 5 plus 4 10, and this ended up now. Now what for the 6 and 7? This 6 and 7 actually did not have any value to get up added. Okay, so since it does not have any value to get added, it has got some NaN values in the addition factors. So there is exactly no numbers. Okay, no numbers are here. Even if it is 0, it will show you that it's 0. So since it's no value is there, it's have given you NaN, and that is not a number. No query still now. Fine. So same will be coming if you will doing the subtraction over there, that is S2 minus S3. You can get the outputs. You will be getting the last two always as an AND, because you don't have any values over there. So that's S2 divided by S4. So that is S3, and so does your values come over there. So this is basically how you deal with the series. Now if I get to print any maximum, minimum, or you can say as median of any series, you just write the series name, that is let me write as S3, and I want the maximum value, just that max, or you will be getting out your max value. If you want to get the minimum value, you just go and so on. If you want to get the mean of that, you so goes median, and let's come like that. Okay, so this of how mode you will be having to create a stats file from the SciPy. This is how it works on, right guys? So let's don't make any waste of the time, and let's move to data frame. Now what exactly is data frame? Data frame is nothing but a Excel sheet you have been programming in the Python. That's all. So for an Excel sheet, that is a, you can say as a collection of rows and columns, you exactly do in the Python over there. You can see a sheet in the Python, and that for sheet you can name it as very simply, that is a data frame over there. Okay, so let me create a dates, that is a DATES, which is equals to PD dot date range, and let me tab it. So it's a date range, and I'm writing it from today, and I'm printing a range of dates for a periods over the last 10 days. Okay, so just run it, and check out your dates, and now you will be seeing it as 2027-4, which is today's time, as well as the milliseconds, microseconds you can say. Okay, and you have got it for the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So for the next 10 days you have got this form. Okay, so this is a module of the dates. Now what I want to do exactly with this, so let's say print it for, let it take and print it. Now exactly what I'm doing is I'm writing something here, it's 2020, and I'm writing it for 4, and it's first, so it's 1st April, count it from backwards, that is 1st April 2020, and I want 6 dates from the 1st April, right? So let's see what comes. So guys, it will be coming as a same, that is your 1st April, 2nd April, 3rd April, 4th April, 5th April, and 6th April over there. Okay, so now let me create a num over there, that is num, and I'm writing it as np dot, not nop, it's np dot, okay, random dot rand and random, and with that I'll be dealing with the 6,4 matrix, that is 6 rows and 4 columns over there. Just run it over and check your num, that is num, and you get it right. Okay, you got an array of 6 rows with the 4 columns. So let me now write it for the data frame, that is df1. Now I'm getting a data frame over there, and I'm writing some names first. Let me write it as row, sorry, let me write it as columns, and I'm writing it, let it be a b c d dot split, and now I'm writing my df1, and it's df1 I'm writing as pd dot data. Okay, it's data frame when your data is now num, your index values are now the dates, and your columns, that is your columns is exactly now the call you have written. So let's print it, and if you see your data frame, you can see a sheet over there, and you have dates as your index values now, that is 1st April, 2nd April, 3rd and 6th April. You have all these random values which are printed in there, and every column has been represented with some names, that is A, B, C, D, we have given here. Right guys, any confusions in this part? This is the first step of how to create a data frame. I was dealing with a lot of process, so any confusions in this step you can ask me here. What exactly is random? Random is a list of some random numbers over there, which is every time in float. Okay, so specify what number of random values you get. Anyone among the 37 having any problem in the learning, or probably can getting the data frames? Because it's first data frame I have made, so I'm asking you, anyone is having any problem? So let me know. I can see no from Subjeet. Rand and for only integers, yes, exactly, no sir. Okay, so I can see no from 2, 3, 4, 5, so I believe everyone, no one is having any problem. So let's move on. So now guys, you can see it as like, okay, so let me create a dictionary again, or you have created a dictionary, right guys? So now let me say I'm having a data of a website, let me write it something website, and just I'm taking it for, so you can say is for in the first day there were, or you can say let's specify the data, is Monday, Tuesday, let me write it as, okay, let it be Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, I'm having a data of only 3 sessions. Okay, not wasting some time, and I have some visitors over the website. Visit, let it be visit, and you have some visits over the website. Let's say first day you have some 1400 visits, followed by some this and some over that. That's all. Okay, you have some visits over there, and now probably you have some bounce rate. Now what are the exactly bounce rates, guys? So a bounce rate is something when you go to a website and just exit that website for having a session of 1 to 2 minutes only. So when you go to a website and just get out of it after just 1 or 2 minutes, it creates a negative impact for the website. That is called as a bounce rate, and if any website has a very high bounce rate, it's not good for that website. Okay, and that's all. So this is basically what called bounce rate. You have users over there, and for a list of users, let's say first day you have 45 users, second day you have 87. Next day you have some 124 users. So it's, let's see, meanwhile you have 37 users. That's all. Run it. Now you want to get a data frame of tf2, that is pd dot date range. It's data frame, and your data is the website, and that's all. Run this. Now go and explore your data frame 2. You'll be getting that on the first day, that is Monday, your visit was 1450. You have a bounce rate of that day, that is 456, and your users were 45. And this is how you maintain a sheet over there in the Excel, the same as with the data frames. Now if you want to access any of the data, if you want to see that what were the number of users in a particular day, so you get it at something like it's, you have 3, and for any data, let me go and take some big data, right? So for getting a graph over it, you just write a module, a couple of codes, that is matplotlib inline. So this will let you print your graph inside the pane, right? So it's inline, and you just write tf2 dot plot it here. So get a plotting, that is this, your bounce rate, your visit were on the first, it's something like this, and in second, what were the visits amount? Okay, it's 157. So yeah, so on the first day your visit was something, and the second day it drastically falls down to some 100, and on the third day it again get accelerated to the some values. Okay, so you have a bounce rate over this, that is bounce rate was maintained for the first 2 days, but in the third day it went off over there. Okay, and in the users you have a consistency in the first 2 days, and the third day you have gained the users, right? So that's how you can see a graph over there. It's well to see that. Okay, this is basically everything. Okay, so fine. Moving ahead with some of the data frames I have given you to download, and to you can say as I've given you to download it. Let's make a data frame over here. What's the time? We can see it's 6:55. We have half an hour left. That's so. Now, so let's deal with the data frames first. Not wasting some time. Let's deal with the data frames. So I have uploaded my data frames to my folder exactly. So if you haven't uploaded it in the, if you want to upload something, you can just click over the files, and for the data frames I have in the drive download. Select from the data here, select data from here, just click on the open, and for any data type, let's say I have a data frame, not exactly this, I'm taking for, let's no, with not this, where exactly it has gone, next up. So let's say I have a Titanic CSV over there, or sample data CSV over there. Fine, guys. So let's open this. So you need to open here, and you got it here. Okay, you just need to upload it there, and it's got uploaded. Just seconds ago you had got uploaded. Okay, so that's all. So I just want to delete it from here, and I'll be uploading it in my dataset. And since I have made my folder, and I have made my Python notebook also here, so I will be uploading it here. So that's probably the sample data, open and upload. So you got everything out there. Thing is, this probably would be here. Okay, we have this here. So let's come. Okay, let's close this. We have a file here. So let's load our data. For data importing in your Python, you would have to write it something. Let me write it for data frame of df4, and I'm writing it as pd dot read, and I'm reading for the dealing with the CSV files, so I'm writing it for CSV, and just write the data frame or the data name you have. If you haven't upload, you will have to specify the whole path, that is slash users slash your downloads and slash your file name. Okay, so
So what is CSV?
sorry, what?
CSV. What is CSV?
Comma separated values, your file type actually. So you can see every file type is of CSV there. So yeah, one is from Excel would be there, that is sample. Okay, it's again. So if you have XLSX, it's Excel sheet. If you, the one YouTube, so where will I find the recorded videos? Obviously on YouTube, every day you get it there. Okay, I have uploaded some of the more links over there, some of the more videos of the IBM, official IBM right there. So you can go after the class and just go through it, because you will be having some questions exactly from the videos. So not from these videos, you go and search out for the, you don't have to search also. I have uploaded in my YouTube channel. If you can go, you'll get to the link of the theeks over there. Okay, and just see the playlist, and you will see a playlist of Python for data science over there. Just click on that, you'll get the all the videos. Start learning from the first video and just cover it briefly. So please don't delete the videos after the session. I will not delete it, let it be. I'm not deleting anything. If actually your videos are unlisted on the YouTubes, okay, I'll be making it public today, don't worry. Many of guys are saying that they can't access the unlisted videos, so I'll be making it public. Don't worry, I'll not delete it ever, so you will have everything every time. So df4, you will have pd.read of CSV, and just write the file name. That is, I'm loading the hospitals dataset, so I'm writing this hospital, and just I pressed a tab over there, and since I have a file in my datasets, it automatically loads. So it's hospital datasets.csv, run it over there. Okay guys, now after coming or after loading any dataset, you needs to get the information of the dataset, right? You need to basically think over that whatever you have added, what exactly it is. So let's go and simply write df4 dot info, and that info gave you the information exactly. So when you run it, you will get that, okay, now it is a class of pandas code data frame. Okay, you have a range over index, you have index, and the index range is of 37 entries starting from 0 till 36, right guys? You have data columns, total 12 columns over there. These are the column names, that is serial number, state, or you can say union territories, number of primary health centers, okay, number of community health centers, number of sub-district hospitals, and so on till 2018. Okay, you have the latest value till 2018 over there. For the non-null count is something if you have any null values there. So we have no, if you have no null values there, right guys? So we have serial number 37 non-null values, that is, okay, we have 37 values there, we have 37 values there. Here we have only 37 values, that is 7 values are missing, so only 30 non-null values are there, and so on. For every column you have got your data type, that is it, you have serial number as integer, state as object, it might be string or a combination of letters or numbers. It is also object, integer, and float. This is in float, and you get everything out there, fine. So total you have one float data type, you have 9 integer data type, and you have 2 objects data type, and the memory used is 3.6 KB. Any queries related to the information of the data frame? Anyone there? Any queries or any problem in getting? Okay, so let's see if someone has left. I can see no queries to anyone. Let's proceed then. So this is how you can get an information. Now to get a statistical information or to get a summary of your data, you just go and print it for h, or you can say df4.describe. So it will describe you the statistical, or you can say the mathematical calculations of your data. It will give you the every column over there, every column of your data there. Okay, Now this is it will count how many numbers of elements exactly you have in that particular column. So you have serial number 37, you have number of community health and 37, you have your sub-district as 37 7 missing there, and so on. It continues for there. Fine. You have the mean of that particular 37 values, that is 19. You have some standard deviations of 13.82, minimum value, that is 1. Obviously 37 will be the maximum value over there. So number of community health centers among every states there we have some 5,568. We have 75%, we have 50%, we have 55%. So the band, can you relate these three exactly you get in the R there? So these are actually the quarters: first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter quartile.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, understood. So this is basically called as the first, second, and third quartile there. So this, you have all the index as you have all the columns over there. Let's go ahead with the describe. Any queries with the describe one? Whatever the project, you have projects exactly on the bank system and on the Google form, as well as on the ATM working, right? I have said you use functions over there, use the input output options, use if and else, these probably would be the methods you would be using. Use the simple concepts, don't go with the very high level of the thinking. Okay, just use very basic core concepts. You have a 1 month time over there. Shivani ma'am will exactly give you some mail link on your group. You have 1 month time, complete your project, and then you have to send your project to your that particular link. Okay, what is exactly data frame? So I said, as Subjit, data frame is a collection of rows and columns, as you can see, as a, let's say, Excel sheet, you can say. What about the rest of the videos? Which rest of the videos? It's what rest videos exactly? This session, for what this session? Your session will be ending today with some more informations, and tomorrow you are having an examination. That's all. Your course will be over for 5 days. Then what next videos? I actually didn't understand. So I have uploaded for more videos from my side for your better performance in your examination. So that I have uploaded in your exam time. Okay, that was it. That is a very major issue. So I can see you guys are 50 in your group. So if we have any queries over the project, we would be having test in Google Forms. No, you will be having test in the IBM official website. You'll be getting links over there. See, for the exam times, yes, that's a major problem exactly. Okay, ma'am told me to make this, I forgot. Do one thing, guys. 1 second. So from Aditya, I can see. Okay, let me clear first. Aditya and Amisha, you both are same, I think so. You have connected from the two, one from mobile and one from your PC, right? If I think so.
No, sir.
So these two are different. Okay, then.
Yes.
So, okay, so 1 2 3 4. Okay, guys, you are 50 out there. You will be having examination in 5 slots. I mean to ask, what about the previous videos? Okay, you have your previous videos in your link, guys. I have uploaded every day's video. Okay, for today video you will be getting it something for late. Okay, probably by 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. you will getting it, because I have extended my uploading sessions today for YouTube. Okay, so from Aditya to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. From Aditya to Tarun, you will be having your examinations from, let me also write it, 1 second. So where is my mobile phone? 1 second, wait on. So I'm taking a clip of it. So from Aditya to Tarun, you will be giving your exam from 3 p.m. right, from 3 to 4 p.m. and from Tarun, please get your time very mentioned. Okay, so I've said accordingly. See, from Aditya to, where has Tarun gone now? Okay, that is problem. So after Tarun, it was, who there was after Tarun? Okay, see, here is Tarun. So from Aditya to Tarun, you will be having till 3, till 4. Then after that, from Kunal Patil, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So till Sanjeet 17CS089. So basically you are born in the 17th, I think so. You are from CS department, and sorry, that's not exactly it. So Kunal to Sanjeet, it's from 4 to 5, guys. You will be getting link from 4 to 5. Okay, moving ahead from Sheikh to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 to Uma Sasank. I think it's for the next 1/2 hour, and that's all. And for the rest of them will be having in the next plot. So as I am giving your pics over there, it is in the data science. I am uploading some pics over there. It is 1 2 3. You guys see your name. So these students will be having your examinations from 3 to 4 p.m. These students you will be having from 4 to 5 p.m. It's exactly, thank you for asking for the exam times. I actually forgot for that. For 5 p.m. and that's it. I have sent some images in the group, some of the people images, and exactly those will be having their exam time from those. Okay, so I don't get an advance time slot. So Devine, you have our exam also, so give your Python after 6. Okay, you will be having rest from 6 to 7 p.m. over there. Fine. So rest of them will be having from 6 to 7. You can give over there. Can you please provide the Python notebook? Yes, I will be providing it today in your drive. Okay, so let me continue with the sessions. We have very less time. Okay, it's 7 8. So guys, see, now we have get a statistical description over there. We have got a we can say what we have done is we have got information over there. Now to see exactly what your data frame is, so if you get your df4, you will get all the values of your df4. That is, you can see here. Let me keep it down. Okay, you can see you have 1 2 3 4 5 6. How many exactly rows you have? You have 37 rows. That is your 37 rows. 36 will be the index exactly, because your indexing will be starting from 0, and you have these much columns over there. You have state names, which state is having what much contribution in the particular sectors. So this is, so not getting the exact 37 values and getting only the some sort of values you want, you will be printing head, and this question will be coming that what is the purpose of dot head, what will dot head print. So it will print the first 5 rows of your data set, always the first 5 rows of your data set. Fine, this question will definitely come under the pandas section of the exam, 100% it will come. So what does head does? It basically prints 5 rows of the data set. Now if you want to get your tail, now what tail will exactly do is, obviously it will print the last 5 rows of the data set, that is df4 dot tail over there. So that's, you get the tail over, right guys? So this is the purpose of head and the tail over. Okay, so now if you only want to get the first row, nothing else, only the first row and nobody else there, so you will writing that a df4 dot head of only first row, that's it, and you'll get only one row out there. This is how it works on. Let me see if any values there for chats. Can you share the time slots? I have shared in the WhatsApp group, Supriya. My name is includes. My name is includes in the one you posted. I didn't see Via. If the name is not there, just okay, then give examination into 6 to 7 time slot, no problem. So df dot head is this. Okay, now what if I want to get a maximum value of any particular column? So just write your data frame name and give a square bracket, write your, suppose I want to get a maximum value of this particular column. Let's copy for it and let me print it over here. That's right, and I want to get the maximum of it, so I will writing its max, and that's all, run it. So I got a now maximum value that it is having a maximum of 5568. That's is very easy. Okay, so that's all. So now if I want to locate any particular columns or not getting every columns, I just want a list of or a section, a range of columns and a particular section. Suppose I want to print the, let's say, Tripura. Okay, I want to print Tripura. So for printing the Tripura row, I need to access it, or if I want to print everything from Tripura, that is the last all. Okay, so for that I will have to write the index location exactly. So for that you have to write it as df4 dot location, that is printing your location. So what is the location of Tripura? It's 32 over there, right? Index is 32. So from 32 I'll be printing everything, and in the column I'll be taking it for the state ut, and till I want only the 3 columns, that is these are. Let's copy it, paste it over there, run it. Should I get any errors? No, get it values. So you have got everything from the Tripura, and you have state this and followed by this. That's all. Very easy to understand it. Okay guys, so this is how it works. Now if I want what exactly is the number of community health centers in Uttarakhand, right? So for Uttarakhand, what is the index number of Uttarakhand? That is 34. So I will be printing it as that, print me df4 and that to locate me the Uttarakhand, and in the Uttarakhand I will be only looking for the number of community. Okay, community, this, copy it, just paste it over there and run it. So we'll be getting that 63 is the value. So is it correct? So in the Uttarakhand it's 69. Where is 63 from? Where it comes? No, it's not 4, it's 34. Okay, so you get the 69 over there, right? So in Uttarakhand, number of community health centers is exactly 69. So with this you came with the locating of the. So for MTA exam, PC was mandatory is for tomorrow. Okay, yes, for MTA it's mandatory. Devan, what is the passing criteria for tomorrow? You will having you can say the review questions as well as your final examination. So you need to complete, or you need to pass yep, almost around 70%. Okay, it's not like a percentage over there. Exactly, you have a review section. That review section you need to pass over there, and you have your you can say the final exam. You need to pass from there too. They have the grading system over there. You need to get a good grades there. Okay, so just think it of about 50%. You will be getting 50% from your review questions and 50% from your final examination, and those 50% will be contributing to your final percentages. So try to get both solved, right? And I have uploaded the videos, sir. What after pass? What after pass? I'll upload a video for that. Yes, you will be getting certificates. Yes. So if you pass, suddenly you will be able to check your progress over there. I'll upload a video that too in the late night, that is 3 p.m. 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. you will be getting the videos there. So exactly you will be getting the progress. In the progress section you will be getting your percentages and the certificate, and below when you will get your certification and badges. So in the badge section you will be getting a badge issued by IBM, right? Divine, you must know, you would have got the MTA badge. So it so works on for the IBM badge, and for accepting that badge you would have to create an Acclaim account, and in that Acclaim account, see, I will show you later how Acclaim account looks like. Okay, so let's move ahead. So it's number of community health centers, HMIS, and it's follows like something this. Okay, so what there is a problem exactly, right guys? So for every state I have to go and see the index number of that and then write for that. So that is very a problematic situation for me. If I am not going, if it have been a value of more than 20,000, what would be there? So that's all. So let me create a or let me read this file name with the index column, and I will specify my index column. Just hold for a second. Hello. हेलो गुनीत, मैं अभी क्लास ले रहा हूँ, मैं तुमको आधे घंटे बाद फ़ोन करता हूँ। ठीक है, ठीक है, मीट में ही कर लो। मैं हाँ 7:30 मेरी क्लास ओवर होगी। मैं उनको लिंक भेजना है ना, तुम 7:55 में भेज देना। ओके, मैं भी क्लास ले रहा हूँ, बाद में बात करते हैं। ओके बाय। Okay guys, so that will be a problematic situation, right, for 32 and dealing with 31 and everything. Okay, so let's go with the indexing columns and we'll deal with that. So I'm writing HDF5, and for getting those I'm writing it for pd dot read underscore of CSV. And now again I'll be reading for the hospital data, that is HOS hospital data, but now I will writing my index column as my state UT. Exactly, I want these to be as my index column. For that then I will be writing directly that df dot locate Chhattisgarh or anything Uttarakhand or Uttar Pradesh or Delhi instead of 34 and everything, right guys? Any problems? 21 plus 1, what is plus 1? What is it asking? Sir, can you give what exactly we have to learn? What exactly? Yes. Okay guys, I have said I have uploaded the exactly the same videos. Okay, I have uploaded. Once you go to your WhatsApp, check for my YouTube link over there. If you go to the YouTube, yes, questions will be in MCQ format guys, please. I'll discuss it after the class, but let me clear this Python or pandas there, right? So index column, I am just writing it with the state slash ut over there, that is slash and ut. Okay, and just hit enter. Yep. Now let's see what df looks like. So it's looking like something this. Now what is exactly senior? This column I don't want exactly. That serial number column I don't want. So I will be deleting it. So for deleting it is very easy. For deleting any column from dataset, you just write delete, write your dataset name, and just write what you want to delete. So I want to delete SNO. That's all. Now you can see your df5 dot head, and I'm printing only the first row so as to make some less spaces. So you can see now no rows, and my index is now as a state. Now again, now if I want to see that particular situation, I want to see that how many number of community health centers are there probably in the Delhi. So I'm simply writing it as df5 of the Delhi, and then followed, and then in Delhi what I'll be looking is I'll be looking for the number of community health centers. Just run for it, and there's a problem. Okay, sorry, it's need to be get first. This here. So you'll be getting the number of community health centers in the Delhi there. So you need to write the column name first, then the row name, and you will get the values, right? So this is 25. Okay. Now if I want to get a history of a particular state, now what are the infos for a particular state? Let's say I want to get a history of Maharashtra. Okay, so let it come with this, and see directly you have to write it for HDTF dot locate you the Maharashtra. And you will be getting a series there. That's exactly a name of the series is Maharashtra, data type is object, and you get the total location, and you can say as total information for the Maharashtra state. That is, in Maharashtra you have number of primary is this, number of this, and this, so on. Fine. Yep, no queries. Let's move on. What's the time? Okay, we are done. That's the problem. So this is how you work with this all. Okay, So now let me write or let me load as something different. That is, I'm loading now the testing labs. You have got a testing lab that exactly is the you can say is the data set of the corona testing labs, that is COVID, and this is ICMR. So I will be loading it as my TL or T basically. So it's pd dot read underscore of CSV, and just it is ICMR ICMR.csv, and I'm just loading it till the states there. Fine is I'm loading it by states. Because we don't have enough time to discuss for those. Just probably having a next class from 8. So let's go and see the head over there. First see your informations, that is information. So when you see information, you get it's 267 entries are there, okay, with Andaman and Nicobar starting from ending to West Bengal. Total 5 columns, that is the number, the lab, the address of the lab, the pin code of the lab, the city of the lab, and the type of the lab you have. You have 24, you have integer at there 1 and object 4, usage of 12. So just go and t head, someone texted. So will you upload any video of R? Yes, Stepan, that too after 12. Okay, for after 12 I'll be uploading those. Please give a detailed description of how this exam will be conducted and what type of questions will be asked. See guys, Cyprian, the number of questions, what do you exactly want the detailed description? The link ma'am will provide you, you will be getting, click on the link and then start your examination. And I've said, right, you have to start the course, and if he or she is not passing the examination, then certificate will not be given. Yes, if you don't pass, the certificates will not be given. Do we need code in the exam? No, you don't need code in the exam. The questions will be given there in the options. You have their correct answers, right? Exactly how you do in MCQs. You will have a sort of outputs in the question, and in the answers you will be given some codes over there. You have to select the right code, or in sometimes it will ask you for some true and false values. Every questions you have a chance of 2 attempt there, right? If you get any wrong answers, you have set right KBC options, right, that uh, double options or anything, okay. And in the true false section you need to have only one option there. You have only one, that is true or false. You have there one attempt. If you get wrong there, you get a wrong point. Every question contains, I think, 1 marks over there, and I'll show you my exactly set of questions. How is there any limit for the exam? Yes, 60 minutes when you go to your final exam, okay. So you have the time limit there, and let me first complete it, guys. So this is the state. You have labs over there, the address of the lab, pin code, and the type of lab. So if I want to see a visualization of what kind of labs I'm having, and let me see first the what are the index values of my data set. So I'm writing t dot index over there and just running it. So I get it Andaman, Nicobar, and so, and I can see West Bengal for so many times. So that exactly not the index values, right? There has been no 626. So I'll be writing it for unique values exactly, that is unique values, and you'll be getting those. So now exactly you have a values of index, that is Andaman, Nicobar, Arunachal, and those so on, right? So next, moving ahead. Now if I want to see that what is the number of, you can say, is type of labs you have. So for that, just write sns dot resume sns dot count plot, and x equals to type followed by the data is equals to t. Run over there, and it's t, and you get a count plot that you have 3 types of laboratory in your data set, that is government laboratory, private laboratory, collection type. So I can see collection type is something between the ranges of 0 to 5, and private is something 75 plus, and government is 175 plus. So if you need to find the number of private laboratories exactly, so I will be writing it as load t as, let me zoom it first, pd dot read underscore of CSV, and yes, with dealing with ICM, and writing an index column as, it's my type now, let's run it. That's it. Now getting it for the private laboratory. If I check it for Delhi, let's suppose for Delhi, I'm writing it for Delhi. We'll be seeing it for T dot in the state column. I will be checking it for the private laboratory, and it's P capital, and for the private laboratory values should be West Bengal. Sorry, it's Delhi over there. It's Delhi. So you've got Delhi there. If you print Delhi, and you will be getting some values like some true or false values. It's an array of that numpy values. Okay. So now exactly where we have got the true values till here. So these are the exactly numbers of the private laboratories in Delhi. Okay. So I need to count the true values. So for that, it's very easy. We will be simply writing for the list. It's DL is equals to list of DL, and just getting it DL dot count of true over there. That will be counting the correct true values over there. So I get 10 true values, that is number of 10 private laboratories in particular Delhi. Okay. So sir, whatever is taught in the class only comes for the examination. Yes, that will come. So these videos work in the exam. Yes, Priyansh, that will work. Sir, please share the file of this ICR and this. I have shared, Devan, I have shared in the would say it's a WhatsApp group. I have shared the link over there, and in the link you have a drive link, and everything is there. Okay. What is it's a videos? More videos will be uploaded. More, I think 4 to 5 videos have not been uploaded yet. I'll upload it by 1 a.m. 2 a.m. You get up in the morning or just check it out there. So we have 10 private laboratories here. What's the time? It's 7:30 almost. Oh. So this is how you can see the number of private laboratories and all. Okay. So let me load up very IPL data set. It's very interesting, and that's our last data set to work on. Okay, guys. So let me load that IPL data set. So let's get to it, guys. So we have some IPL data set. That's like what's it claim IPL 2008. So we have a data set of real data set exactly from 2008 to 2017 data of IPL. So let it be I, and I will be writing it. So for those who are very interested in the cricket, you will be getting interested more in this IPL.CSV, and I'm just taking it. Okay, just take it by this. So that's all. To see the head, or just get the information first, I'm taking just for more 5 minutes. You get the range index of 636 matches over there, where you have column as something 18 columns, and what are the columns name as serial number, season, city, date, team 1, team 2, and so on. Let's move on, and you will check it there. That's head of only one data, and you will see that's the first match played between in the 2008. The first match was played between the KKR and RCB in the city of Bangalore on 18/4/2008. The toss winner was RCB. Decision was sweet. Result was normal. No DL was applied. Winner was KKR, and the KKR won by 140 runs. Man of the match was Brendan McCullum. Venue was Chinnaswamy Stadium, followed by the first umpire, second umpire, and the last column is of no use. Okay, so that's all. Let's move fast. And am I getting faster? CSK. Okay, that's all. I'm for MI, right? And you will see, seeing that in the past 10 years, MI has been the best team of the IPL, right? So I'm from MI side. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's go and see how many columns and rows we have. For that, it's simply I dot shape, will be getting 636 rows and 18 columns you have. Okay, so for any how many matches you have total, that is I dot index, and for index you will be seeing the maximum value for index, exactly that is 636 values you have there. Fine. So how many seasons you exactly have, that is I dot, you will be checking for I, and just for that you will be checking for the season and dot unique over there, and you got some seasons, that is 208, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 seasons are there, right guys? Unique guys. If you have not printed the unique, what would have happened? It would have printed 636 seasons over there, exactly, right? So we don't even have 636 years. Okay, so that we got, and you have got unique values. So now if I want to see that which is the team who has won in the last 10 years, which has been the team. So totally how many numbers of seasons we have, exactly that is 17 minus 8, you can see as 10 seasons out there, right? You can count it at the length of these. So we'll be getting a 10 out there. Fine. So for that, if I ask that which team is being the or which team has won by the most number of wickets in the last 10 years. So for that I will be writing it something called as I, and I'll check for win by wickets, and I'll be checking for the IDX max will be index maximum value. So I got 13 or 12 or something like this. Okay, I got this. So 12, let's see what is the index location of 12. So you get a match played between Mumbai and DC right there, guys. Okay, so I have a match of between Mumbai and DC, and you see the result. It is that they won by the 10 wickets. The man of the match was AC Gilchrist. The match was played in 2008 only, and the season was 2008, and the date was this, and so on. And the winner was Deccan Chargers. I think DC is Deccan Chargers. That's why sir you love Rohit, Bumrah and Hardik. Yes, and that's all. Let's move ahead. So now if I want to see the number of seasons, which number of season has the most number of matches, right? So this is something called count plot, and you have X as your season over there, that is season, it's SON over there, CSON, right? And your data is I, and you just get it plot, and there's no function called count, it's count plot. And you can see that your data is something in 2013 we have the most number of matches. So this is guys how we actually predict the data, or you can find the data, right? Everyone is not going to get a review of all the past 10 years and those, and this is exactly what you get in your television out. So that's all. So let's see that which team has, or which team exactly has been the best team since the last 10 years. Now exactly it is coming to be Mumbai Indians, right? So let's go on and print that. So for getting any team better performance, you should not only see that which team has been performing well in the finals. That is not only the strong team, right? For any team which has been winning every matches or any particular matches, we will count for that. So we have data is I dot winner of you can say as winner dot value. I will be finding for the winner values, and I will be counting it. That is counts, getting ahead, and I will plot a bar plot and SNS dot bar plot over there, and my Y is data's index, whatever I'm finding there, and I'll be getting it for X equals to data, and my orient, that is my printing method, is horizontal. I'm printing a horizontal graph. So you get it out and you get it something this. Understood guys? So you get with something this one. This is exactly, you can see Mumbai Indians is in the top, okay, followed by your Dewan Good. Okay, that's I location is in index location, that will define your index location exactly. So followed by CSK, KKR, RCB, XIP, RR and alls. Okay, so this is how we work on. Now if I want to see the we can say as the that's all. I can see that time has been over. So we have a lot of content left with. So shortage of time, guys. That's actually we did complete all with these things in machine learning and the data science part. So this was Python introduction with your data science. So we have to deal with the more about the Python there. Let me stop your video.